Now, in my box, on the inside, I have an extra lip that I put in that I see a lot in boxes and suitcases and stuff. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And you're just going to take some of your chipboard that you had, the 1 1/8, and your 1x6s. And what I did was, with the 1x8, I'm just going to trim just a little off of that one, like about 1/8 of an inch. Because when I sit my chipboard in here, I want to sit the other pieces into that space that we just created. And if you don't slip it in there, there won't be enough room. So you're going to cover these with your same strips that you made. I like to put my 1x6s in first. And all I'm going to do is cover these. Because I want them to have a finished edge also. So I'm just sitting it in the space, covering it. It doesn't cover all the way down. That is fine. This is going to be covered anyway. Now what I do is I take more adhesive. I put 2 more strips in, one at the bottom, one at the bottom of this one, and one at the top on the inside of my box. You can't see it. We're going to put it right along the top edge. I'll show you once I get it in. Right in there. Okay, peel off your tape. Put it in and put it all the way to the front. Sometimes my paper is a little bit long. All I got to do is trim it off. Put it in there and just leave how much of an overlay that you want to have and press that down. Remember, this overlay is what you're going to have all around. So I put one of those in first. Then I'll put my 8-inch one that's slightly shorter than 8-inch though. Remember that. Cover it the same way that you did the other one. And do your tape the same way. One at the bottom. And one at the top of on the inside of the box. Just like that. Peel it off. Peel this one off. Okay, now I'm going to show you. You're going to line this with the top of that one. And then where it's showing through, you're going to just put a little piece, you're going to take a little bit of your black marker or whatever color marker you have and cover that end up over there. Then you're going to do your other 6-inch side. Usually I don't get it all the way straight, so this little side that I have the little overlay, I'm going to put that towards the front. If I would have did it the other way, I wouldn't have had to touch it up because it seals it in. So you just seal in that end real good. And it covers up your chipboard. So since I'm going to put it in that way, I'll need this. On the bottom and this on the inside. Now you don't have to put this little lip in if you don't want it, just to be it's just happened to be the way I made the box. I was looking at a box and it had the lip in, so I did the lip. Okay, match it up, put it in that space, even it out. It's a little bit too long, trim it off. Just even it up. Okay, that's our box with the little lip. Now, before we can put the hinge on this one, we have to cover this one. You don't have to cover the inside yet, but you have to cover, don't cover the inside yet, but the outside has to be covered. Okay, now to cover our box, you're going to need 1 piece of black cardstock to cover the bottom, and it is 5 3/4 by 7 3/4. That's just going to cover from your end to your end to just make a nice finish to your bottom. This time I'm just going to use my ATG. Get very close to the edge. And just center that in the middle of the box. It's just to finish up your bottom. There, just so you have a nice neat bottom. Then pick out which paper that you want for your front, and you're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock for the front and back that are 2 3/4 by 7 3/4. Figure out which one you want on the front and which one you want on the back, and just put those on. This is the one I want from my front. Make sure I got the front of my box. Just center that in there. Now, if you don't want the black edge, all you have to do is make your paper bigger to go from edge to edge. I just like the black showing through. And the sides are 2 3/4 by 5 3/4. You're just going to center this on your side. If you want to ink the edges of your paper to give it a more distressed look, I do that with a lot of my books. You can also do it on the, push it down from the inside to give it a good push down. And your last piece. Okay, don't do your inside of your box because you have to put your hinges on and you have to poke holes. But you have to do the outside so that your hinges and your latch in the front can sit on the ends on top of your paper. There. There's the bottom of my box. There's the bottom of my box. Now I'm going to do the top of my box the same way that I did the bottom of the box, except I'm not going to add the lip into the top of the box. The building of the top of the box is the exact same way, where you're going to take your strips and you're going to take your sides here. Your sides are going to be the 1x6 and the 1x8. And you're going to use, put the 8-inch sides on first, and then the 8-inch sides on the bottom, just like you did with your top. You're going to put it together the exact same way. And then you're going to put your edges around like we did the other one, the exact same way for your top.